1. Anybody else? Social media, social media? I did social media, you did social media.
I want Snapchat.
That's
Social media.
Yeah, it counts, sure, sure. Remind me to set up a Snapchat account so I can see what he's doing. I can't even get into Snapchat. I haven't even figured it out. I know I have. I just don't know how to use it.
Suggest you all the time.
It took me forever to learn to use it.
I think I'm pretty sure I have you.
Beto goes like boom, 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 and next thing you know, I'm in so. So do you, who's been recording their lead gen calls? So this wasn't an encouragement request, this was now a, yeah. So who has yet to download their app to their phone, Tape a Call? What's it going to take for you to download the app?
I'm gonna do it right now.
My app store?
You don't know your app store?
No, going on my app.
Okay, because there's also a free version as well.
Yeah.
What is it called? What's that
Tape a
called?
Call.
Tape a call.
Tape a Call.
It's hard for me to record one, like, if I'm dialing a single person. If I'm in, like, the dialer?
You've never even turned on Tape a Call, have you?
Yes, I have.
Then you realize you start it up and then you dial the number and it just records the entire session.
Right, but here's the thing, the person has to connect first in order for me to merge the call, so there's like a few seconds where...
No.
Okay, how do I do
They
it?
don't. It's the Vulcan, the dialer, as soon as the Vulcan dialer goes live,
Right, Vulcan.
you can connect it.
I'm saying when, like, if I just needed to call a client real quick and I'm
All right.
at the dialer,
Yeah.
then I
So
have to dial
I want
to
you
the
to,
call.
I want you to record your sessions.
Okay.
If you're going to call an individual client, I probably don't want you to record that.
Okay.
Because I want to go through your prospecting activity.
Well, let's say I'm prospecting the pond through Sync,
Okay.
moving to Gravity.
Yep.
I can't make those calls with Tape a Call every one because there's like a 5 to 10 second delay when it's merging that the person's just going to be like, hello, hello.
It only merges one time, and that's if you take the pond and you download it to Vulcan as the dialer.
I could do that.
Yeah, and then you're live.
All right, that's a better idea.
Cool. Everybody learned something on that? Josephine?
Yeah, I just downloaded it now.
Good.
All right, now we go.
Moving on. Numbers in CTE. So today, Shannon, Fernanda, as well as Cameron need to be sent their little URL to download the app, and then don't open the URL from your email. Open it as a separate web page on your phone,
Is that what?
and then scroll down to the little plus sign if you have an iPhone, and it'll say save to home screen, and then save it, and then you can always access it. But let's get them on, and then let's put that Jody in the new hire onboarding. Let's just get them to do that right away. I had a couple of 411s last week with people. If you have not had a 411 with me, you are behind the 8 ball, and I do want one this week. So sometime between tomorrow and Friday, schedule a 411. Shannon and Fernanda will schedule a 135, 30, 60, 90, and a 411. So I needed probably 30 minutes with each of them. Okay. Talk to me about brevity. So we have some challenges, and are we overcoming the challenges?
Well, they haven't answered. I've been trying to get them in the phone
Okay.
with no success.
Okay.
And I've been sending emails
Okay.
because I found out that we have the leads in there,
Okay.
but most of the leads are under your name.
Okay.
And last week, my concern was that when I had my one-on-one with Connor, we realized that notes aren't with the right leads.
Okay.
Oh, my. Yep.
So call our success manager, whoever that is. I believe it's like a Kaylee or Kylan or something like that.
Yeah, that's fine. So, and truth be told, we have pulled all this information ourselves. Patty and I can go in when we can and load it into the back end ourselves, but if so, then I don't want to pay them whatever we've been paying them to white glove it.
I don't disagree, but they need to have they need to have the option to fix it. So let's send them a nice little nasty email, basically saying we paid you a lot of money and this is becoming a nightmare, and we're 3 weeks in, and you know, we're gonna get shut off from sync by next week.
Well, let's tell them we're gonna shut off on Friday.
Huh? Yeah, cool. So we're gonna be shut off by sync on Friday.
Because if they don't fix this by Friday, then I have to say Patty and I go in.
Okay, but give them a chance to fix it. And has everybody been getting into the back end of Brevity though? Have you been playing around? Have you been?
The website, is that live, the LasVegasMarketValues.com?
Another thing is that, not everyone is putting their new leads in their IC leads that should be there. Listings that are taken and they're not in the new system.
So,
Yeah.
do
I haven't been
we
going on
trust
the
us
new
putting it in
system
the
at
system?
all until my leads are fixed. Like, I just,
That's why I
it's a
did
mess.
either,
It's just a mess.
Great, so your leads have nothing to do with it. Okay, that's the front end. It's still a back end platform that you need to learn to use. And I expect you to use it at a higher level than everybody else in the room.
Okay.
Okay?
Register as a test.
Yeah, play around with it, get in there, break it. That's how we can fix it faster.
I've been adding people.
And then let them work on your past leads and the notes and all, they'll get all that cleaned up. But you can start putting your new stuff in there, your new listings, your new buyers, all that stuff, you can get those in there. Keep them as a backup as well. So either in an Excel file or on your, but let's,
Yeah, don't
like, by
say-
Friday, let's get this fixed.
I've also been adding, so like I've been back and forth between syncs, so like people that I'm following up with and nurturing, I'm not adding new reminders on sync. I'm just adding them as a new lead in Brevity until they come in, and then I'll delete the duplicate.
And I don't know that that's a bad thing.
Just to keep track of.
Keep yourself for the backup, but let's get into Brevity and let's figure out how it's working, how it's not working. Okay? I need to make a note, we need to order sign writers for Quickly. So let's do that right away, so at least those are coming in, and they're going on our new listings. And we can order, you can order the sign writers from, what's her name, from,
Oh, I can, okay.
yeah, unless you find them cheaper through Oakley, but let's get those ordered. Okay, and let's get those sent out. Operations, so who is our appointment held and weekly winner?
I'd love to tell you, except for they've taken
It's
over
John.
the room, so.
It's Sean.
It's John.
My
I think
John?
John and
Look at
Brandon
it.
have the same amount held. John has more set.
Just one more.
Okay, so 2 claps for John. Good job. Remind me to give him $25.
I'll do.
I won't forget.
Yeah, right? And lead gen time. So some of you are getting really good at protecting your lead gen time, and I like to be a little bit of a fly on the wall listening to how many of you are socializing during the lead gen time and how many of you are being purposeful about it. You don't have to lead gen in the team office. I would encourage you to lead gen in there, and I definitely want to hear your conversations. But you can spread out throughout the office. You can go take time. Do whatever you need to do.
It's so noisy in there.
So having said that, I am going to hold everybody accountable for those 2 hours that you
Yes.
are lead gen, and your voice is at a minimum. And if you're on a hot, heated call, you pick up your phone and your headset and you walk out and you address it on the outside. There are other people in there. This is not a social hour. We are all guilty, including Craig. You know, this is an opportunity. Hey, I got a question. No more I got a questions. No more.
I have a question about that.
Well, so from 9:30 to 11:30, for those of you high eyes, I'm lead gen. Now, if you have a question regarding one of your calls that you just got off of, or maybe what to say before you get on the call, I will be inclined to help you with that. But if it's about my listing or about my buyer, no, you all want immediate answers, and it's not fair to me, it's not fair to the other people in the room. So let's get purposeful with our 120 minutes. Let's dive down and dirty in that, and then if you have a question afterwards, you know, I'm always available before and after, and we can.
And that
So-
also means leave the operations room alone, because you guys know me well enough to know that you can just walk in there and I'm gonna talk to you.
Yeah,
So, stay out.
yeah, let's get real purposeful on this. We
Julie's
are,
starting to lock my door so that nobody can come and bother me anymore.
we're halfway through 3rd quarter, and we're gonna be going into 4th quarter here pretty soon, and so we really need to double down on our efforts and activities. So next Tuesday, we are going to talk about chapters 1 and 2 of Shift. So please make sure you read it, because we are going to discuss that. Anybody in the room not have Shift? You don't have Shift?
that day.
Okay, so that would be the extra book I have, so it's in the operations office, Jody will get it for you. Everybody else, Shannon, you got Shift, Fernandez got Shift, Cameron's got Shift. I probably need to order another case of Shift and another case of MREAs. September's team building event, so it's that time again for us to do something exciting and expensive.
Please don't guide me in the dark.
So I want you guys to, I want you guys to kind of think about it. It can be fun, and it needs to be educational. It needs to bring us together as a team. And
Skydiving.
Yes.
Yeah, hell no, I
Yeah.
would never.
We had said that escape room before, and then we never heard anything.
Yeah, so I don't really even know what that is, but I'm open to it.
Cool, I went there.
So think about it. Get with Brianna and Jody and Brandon and kind of come up with something. I would like to cut my expenses in half for this one to make up for the last one, because the last one was really expensive.
The drink tab was more expensive than
Then
the
the
Why don't
food
you just,
tab.
why don't you just
I
say
had 5 drinks.
everybody pays for their own drink?
What are we doing?
Depending on where we're going,
Okay.
that might be an option.
Patty's like, no.
Yeah,
First
you
time
wanna-
shame on me. First time shame on me. Second time shame on all you.
Yeah, whatever that guy
So I'd
said.
like to do it in September. Yes. Okay. So just start thinking about it.
Paintball.
So
Oh,
team
yeah.
building, and it has to be something that we all buy into. You know, majority rules.
By the way, laser tags.
Okay. So does everybody? So no, moving on. Virtual brokerages. So Keller Williams announced at Mega Camp that they are opening up a virtual brokerage option. It is by invite only, and it is based off of team size, production, growth, all of those things. We would most likely be a candidate, and we would most likely go into that. Doesn't mean that we're leaving the office. We're not. It's going to get a little weird for a while, but as we are growing the team and we're growing market share in cities and states and all that stuff, then this is a natural way for us to grow that business. And so I'm really excited about that, because that's part of the disconnect we have is our team's growing, people are growing into other markets. We're launching Michigan right now, which, by the way, Jamie Lewis's husband is from that area.
Really?
Yeah, just south of Traverse City. So,
It was like a couple hours out then.
so yeah, right. So we are already looking at the team expanding into Michigan right now, and we're working on that. We're probably 80% there. We've got some fast track stuff in Southern California, in Northern California, in Reno, and then, you know, who knows, maybe we'll be in Central America by the end of the year. So that virtual brokerage option is really important to us.
But it might happen.
So stay tuned. We will come back to that in due time. Open houses, Island Reef and Navajo. So we have multiple offers in on Navajo. They're still trying to bring in more. Let's go ahead and put that into offers received on the MLS. I would still like to do an open house this weekend, because I think you'll get some awesome buyer leads out of it. So who's up for doing an open house in Navajo this weekend? Okay, so Saturday, Sunday, get a hold of Rihanna, get a hold of Leslie, and see if she will still do that. And then also Island Reef.
Oh, okay. Well,
So Island Reef is a small gated community way south near Horizon Ridge. It's up there on that mountain. So in fact, they're the highest community up on the mountain.
Right next to Fiesta.
Yeah,
Oh,
across
okay.
from Fiesta up on the hill.
I used to live right
The
there.
95,
Oh,
and
really?
the 95 runs down below it, and then from the corner you can see
Is
the
that
strip.
like towards Henderson, like you go past?
It's in Henderson, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's almost on the way to Boulder City.
Yeah.
So the problem with this home is it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath.
Oh.
What's wrong with that?
Everyone's 3.
Everybody wants 3 or more. So there's only, it's the only single-story home on the market, with the exception of FSBO right across the street. That's what, $50,000 overpriced.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
So-
had one agent say that their client was more interested in the Fizbo's house though, but hadn't gone inside or looked at the pricing or anything like that. That was just-
Yeah.
222 a square foot?
So, and we're not priced high, by the way. So, I need to book open houses. Let's get that done today. Let's get marketing out for those 2 listings. Let's do what we need to do there.
Jody has Google Forms for that, so
Yeah.
please use them, they make her life easier.
You gonna send us the link?
Yeah.
Okay, moving on, so upcoming classes. So DISC with Sharon Swanton tomorrow, 11 a.m. to 12. You guys know more about DISC personality assessments than most people, but you're welcome to go and attend the class if you'd like to get a perspective on that. We also have the Commitment to Excellence with me next Monday, 11 to 12. That's where we're going to be rolling through how to set up the CTE. Again, you're welcome to go. You all get a free copy of the system. And then I'll show you how to use it if you want to use it to track your own personal business. It doesn't replace our team's CTE. It would just be in addition to it. And then last, we are doing the Real Talk again on September 11th from 11 to 12.
Oh, not
So that-
12:30, okay.
Yeah. Well, no, it needs to, yeah, it's an hour and a half.
So we have, I think it booked in your actual calendar from like 10 to 12:30 or 1, or like, we have like this huge block for you.
Okay. Okay.
We just didn't know the exact time.
But on the flyers, it's till 12:30.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, 11 to 12:30, we need a lunch sponsor, and this will be your first one where you get to get all gussied up and you get to moderate this. So give Brianna some support on that.
She's gonna be the host, you're gonna be the host of it?
So let me kind of talk to you a little bit about our operational shift of what's going on. Some of you, I've had conversations personally. Some of you, this is going to be the first time you're hearing about it. So Brianna is going to shift into recruiting and more or less kind of like an agent services position, where her real focus will be on recruiting, getting people into the team and then into production. And I visualize that as like a 0 to 6 transaction. So those of you that are doing more than 6 transactions or have been on the team a while, you're probably not going to have a whole lot of daily interaction with her. But if you're a brand new agent just coming onto the team, getting up into production, getting onto your systems and all that, you probably will. So she is in that 2-week transition out of Director of Operations and into this hybrid position of sorts. We don't really know what we're going to call it yet. We're just taking it step by step. I am interviewing a couple of different candidates. One of them, Amelia, who was here at the team meeting last Tuesday, is the front runner. She and I are actually meeting tonight. We're going to go through the team's systems, and we're just going to spend a couple hours tonight going through everything. She is probably the likely candidate. She is currently running Paul Mitchell School. So she's not in leadership there, she's running the educational portion of it. She's been there since 2014, she's bilingual, she has a background in law, and she comes from contribution. She just wants to help people get into higher levels. She's got an accounting background, she can do payroll, she can do all that stuff that we need her to do. She's a very high S. So I haven't pulled the trigger on her, but she's going through the paces of that. So, and there's a couple of more that are a distant second and third, but I'm running them through the paces as well. So if you have any questions on that, come and see me personally. If you have any insight or you have anything you want to talk to me about that, please do. But let's support Rihanna in the new role that's going to kind of emerge and develop as we move forward. Any questions for me? Any comments, derogatory remarks?
Brandon?
Just a reminder, we just recently, Josephine brought up that she wanted to do another Bold 100, so we went to the front of the Market Center and we're gonna be doing a office-wide Bold 100. It's gonna be in here. After scripts, everybody's gonna come in here. Ed's team's going to be here. He's gonna try to see if Hayden's team wants to come. 9:30 to, I believe, 11, and then Sharon's class is from 11 to 12. That'll be like the lunch break, and then we're gonna come back in after she's done, and then keep going for the rest of the day until you hit your 100 contacts. So if you'd like to come, please feel free to show up.
So it's going to be next Thursday.
Next Wednesday, sorry.
Next Wednesday.
Yep.
It's here in this room. There's a lunch break. So what are the rules on the lunch break? Because as soon as people disconnect, they're going to get further and further away from that goal.
So,
Well, that's kind of the thing, is it's not mandatory, it's kind of your own business, so.
No, I
if you
understand
wanna- I mean,
29th?
it's not
I mean,
next
you-
Wednesday, yeah. so
We can
We
go
could
over
do it
there
at
and
the cafe.
yeah,
Whatever,
cafe.
yeah, we can do that. I just,
Maybe we could bring the food over there and the people.
I mean, there's gonna be people that probably come and aren't going to do the whole thing anyway, so.
Yeah, they're gonna leave at lunch break.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Miraculously, things come up.
yeah.
But if you were to set it up with the highest opportunity for people to be successful, I would barricade that day and make it so that they don't need to leave.
Okay.
You know, because like you said, if people are gonna leave, they're gonna leave. And it's gonna get messy for some people, because they've never done a Bold 100, they don't know what they're doing, whatever that is. But if you were to create an environment where they don't have to leave, and there's no reason for them to leave, and then you're just taking a break and they're having lunch and then they're coming back,
Yeah.
Why
I
not
would
do it
encourage that.
Thursday.
It's already, the reason we did it for Wednesday is because the office calendar is pretty empty. We only have Sharon's class, so that's the best day for everybody to do it.
Good, so how many in the room by show of hands are gonna be at the Bold 100?
That was my idea, I better show up.
So-
And Ed's team, he said they'll be here.
5.
He got excited.
Great.
He's calculating,
I'm
writing
just
down the
waiting for
people.
everybody to raise their hand. Because
I thought you were writing it
nobody in this
down.
room is in a position where they don't need to do a Bold 100, including Craig. So how many in this room are gonna do a Bold 100 on Wednesday?
I'm leaving out of town. I haven't talked to you about it.
Okay. And you too?
On the plane.
I expect to be doing open houses.
On Wednesday?
Yes.
Are they scheduled?
Yeah.
Okay. So if,
That's my plan. It's part of my 411, what I want to be doing,
good.
doing open houses.
So I would encourage you to also do the Bold 100 on Wednesday. Both of you.
Okay.
I would encourage you to, because you could do open houses on Tuesday, which would be a week from today, so that would be the minimum. And then you can also do them Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then you can call on Wednesday for your open house.
So I
That
think
would be
last
awesome.
time we did the Bold 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, just Circle Prospect is my house.
So we have everybody in the room except for Shannon, because she's gonna be out of town.
Right.
And
Tracy.
you said yes or no?
I'll have to figure out my schedule.
And it's a good time to
Wednesday's
do
my day
that.
not to be here.
I thought you moved, oh no, you're moving in,
Yeah.
the next week.
It's a good time to
Maybe
use
we can do
agent farm.
maybe we can do an exception to the rule, change like one day.
I'll
Cool.
have to
All right.
figure that out.
Cool. All right, so I'm excited about that. Anything else? Anybody else? Going once?
You wanna drop some of this secret information on us
Yeah.
a little
Nope,
bit?
I can't, but you guys will probably hear about it tomorrow or Thursday, and I think it's gonna be really cool, it's gonna be exciting.
Secret information.
Oh my God, why did you even leak it?
I wanted to, man, I asked them, I'm like, can I just tell my team? And they're like, your team? Ha, the whole office will know about it in the afternoon. Yeah, I'm like, all right, you got a point.
You're right, you talked too much.
All right, guys.
All right, thanks everybody. We are done 30 minutes early, make the best of that time, and let's sell some homes.
By the way,